Hi everyone, I would like to present my risky business presentation right now. The presentation is about the employers and I would like to start with the questions. The first question is, do you as an investor have any obligation, legal, moral or ethical, to consider how foreign workers are treated when making investment decisions? Legally, no. Morally, it depends upon the person investing. Ethically, would the windly with the mission and vision statement of the companies. The second question is, what's the impact on the American economy and American communities when the American companies relocate manufacturing to developing countries? Globalization has thrown millions of the people off the work, because this is bad things for the America, because main negative effect of outsourcing is it increase US unemployment, because USA citizens cannot find a suitable job for themselves. The companies are willing to replace their location to third-party developing countries, because labor costs are much more less low and utilities much more low than America. So according to economists, offshoring promotes drawing the pull on the wage. So if America wants that company back, they need to discount about some utilities, some wages, I don't know. And about the sweet shop, in developing countries there are many sweet shop workers because they need the money, and in America people know their rights, and they can defend their rights directly, because there are courts who protect their rights, or some unions. But in the developing countries it's so hard to find those rights and unionizations. Forrester Research estimated 3.4 million white-collar jobs has been sent overseas between 2003 and 2015. I talk about the sweet shop, and I would like to talk about a little bit deeply, like an estimated 168 million children aged 5 to 14 are forced to work in these developing countries, because their families force them to work, and they take the money which their children earn. And 85 to 90% of sweet shop workers are women. Some employers force them to take birth control and routine pregnancy tests to avoid supporting mentally leave or providing some benefits of health insurance, because employers don't want to give them a health insurance to earn more profit. The third question is, should companies consider the options of the consumer when it comes to making decisions related manufacturing? Why or why not? Consumer ideas have been so important in these years for companies, because if you don't know what you sell for them, you cannot provide a product for them. So first, companies need to understand what's the need and what's the wants of the people. Understanding spending potential of the target client, like consumers, can work wonders prior to setting up manufacturing. And catering to consumer needs will be profitable for company in a long term, not the short term. In 2015, annual global corporate sustainable reports increased globally 66% of consumers are willing to spend more money on the sustainable brands, sustainable products. And so if you are protecting to environment, people are willing to pay your products much more than the others. And about the scenario that you asked beginning of the assignment, I would like to say, like, I would buy the company, but I would make big change like ethically rights about the foregans, about the some situations like sweet shops, because I will take some protection to make the foreign workers work in the health conditions and safety, because it's not human health is more important than the profit for me. I don't know. And if we want to achieve something first, if you want to achieve and get profit from something, first you need to treat your employers, foreign or American, doesn't matter, treat them better than the other ones, like other companies. So if your employer are happy, your products will be better, and you can understand what is important for the consumer too. But first, the companies need to start with the employees. Thank you for listening, and thank you for your attention.